My name is Anna Qasim. I was married at an early age of 17 years, married in Isiolo. After finding that in Isiolo all of us are in the same scenario, women getting married early, giving birth, and gender-based violence being one of the things that you go through, be it FGM or emotional violence, that made me wanting to be a peace ambassador, speaking for the women who has not that capacity.
Kwa majina naitwa Zubeda Hussein. Mimi ni chair lady wa kikundi cha kina mama chaitwa Tabasam. Kikundi cha Tabasam tulianza in the year 2018. Na kilichonivutia mimi kuanzisha group ni kuwa wamama walikuwa hawana mahali ya kukaa na kuzungumzana. Tulipoanzisha group yetu, we had 53 women. They come from different backgrounds na different tribes and society, lakini tuliletwa hapa kwa kitu kimoja kama wanawake.
I am Mary Wanjiru Kirika, a family woman with children and married, and more importantly, a Christian. I'm a peace mediator. All over we've talked about peace and enhanced peace in various sectors. But all this came from where I was brought up. I remember we are brought up in a big family. My grandfather had 2 wives, and the 2 wives had many children. And so Mom taught us to live peacefully and cohesively with my cousins, with my stepbrothers, with my, name them, and even the community and the neighbors.
I started it with a friend who was going through a lot of challenges within our home, trying to advise, trying to talk her through using the religious scriptures, giving her emotional support. Later on, I was given that a village peace ambassador, speaking for the Nyumba Kumi in the area, up to the level where by now I decided that instead of only speaking, now there's some issues that needed mediation, something that needed dialogue.
I've been a principal, and so talking with many parents and with many women with issues. And so my background helped me so much to relate with all the issues when I was heading the institution. At many a times I had to mediate between the husband and the wife, because the wife would come to the office, talk of the way the husband is really refusing to pay school fees for the children, and the wife would confess, we have money. So I would tell the mother, just go, and then later on I'll call the father. So we would sit down with the father, explain how the children are, how the students are doing, and the importance of being mindful and being role models to our children. And so being a headmistress gave me an opportunity to expound even my peace mediation skills, because of dealing with various different various people, different people at various levels.
Being a woman mediator is the biggest challenge for a woman in a patriarchal system like ours, where culture is the basis of everything, whereby you find that a woman cannot speak in the presence of men, whereby a woman is not even allowed to be part of the council of elders, where the decisions are being made, being tough. But what I did is that I created my own space. I started from where it is not, where is allowed to where it is not allowed.
Kuwa na hawa mama, kila mtu ana changamoto zake. At times napigiwa simu nikiwa kwangu, mwingine amekosana na bwanake, I have to come and intervene. I thank Allah, whenever I come tunasuluhisha na kila kitu inaisha. I've done that severally 3 to 4 times ambazo ni successful. Ninaingia, nina mediate na inakuwa successful.
Today, when they want to make a decision, a very concrete decision, be it concerning the community or a conflict between two communities, I'm being welcomed because the role I played of being not biased and upholding the norms, the traditional norms. FECCLAHA took me through a very vigorous training whereby I went to Rwanda the first time. The second time I went to Ethiopia, and later on I've been having that platform. Ever since then, I made a family within the REF community, whereby the regional women mediators across the Horn of Africa, we came into a same platform, whereby we raise issues about our countries, different countries. Most of the things that we get through that platform is sharing information, sharing policies, sharing what worked in their country and what we could have done different in our country. So the platforms gives us a broader perspective on issues.
I'm who I am because of FECCLAHA. Despite what I had started somewhere else, but FECCLAHA imenimold zaidi. Na imenisaidia zaidi mambo ya peace. I knew peace but not intense the way I know now. Kama vile ni tumefundishwa, tumechukuliwa through peace, mediation, conflict management na FECCLAHA. Mimi nashukuru sana FECCLAHA because it has made me who I am and I'm strong. Na hakuna malimi siwezi kuingia.
We also had many forums where we would go and study more about peace. We had to learn more about the skills that we've got to use. And that's when I even realized many African countries had suffered, many women had suffered. They would explain to us how their husbands were frustrated, were demonized in the presence of their children. And so we were able to run when we were at FECCLAHA, because we gave different, views, experiences, backgrounds, that whatever I would hear from Uganda, whatever I would hear from Ethiopia, whatever I would hear from Ghana, we had even from Ghana, from West Africa, all this, whatever we would hear would compare notes. And so we came up with programs as FECCLAHA now, as programs, and we were also taught the skills of how you move on when such issues happen.
As a country, we are facing probability a referendum on issue of the BBI or the general election and the tone of the country. We are talking at each other instead of talking to one another. Maybe in 2021, we want, at least as the women, be it the national wing women or the regional ones, at least you could have sat and at least toned down the volume of our voices.
After every election of 5 years, this country suffers a lot. People die, properties are banned, people are displaced from their homes, they lose property. And I've been wondering, why should this continue? So we've talked about what have been the causes of those conflicts. And so as peace mediators in Kenya, we came in to give our resolutions that inclusivity in this country is important, so that if you're number one, you don't lead the country alone as number one. Include the others. And these are most of the policies that even other countries are doing. They are engaging. They are including others. And so now from the BBI, we have the issue of inclusivity, so that other players are also considered.
My dream ni kuwa naweza make my community a peaceful community, a community whereby peace ina prevail, there's no conflict, na everybody, we don't talk to one another, but we talk to each other.
The first thing that a woman leader should do is to mediate, is to harmonize, is to bring people together, because the consequences of conflict affect women and their children badly.
most of the conflict can be resolved if you only use mediation.